Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com, bringing you another tagging video this week, another Euro nymph. This one's called the Purple Flamethrower. It's a tag nymph and I catch a lot of fish on tag nymphs. This year I've been fishing them quite a bit and they've had a lot of success with them. So I'll talk a little bit more about it after the video, but here you're going to see a picture of the fly, the material list, and then the video how to tie it. Okay, here you see the Purple Flamethrower in the vise. Very cool Euro jig style fly. It's going to ride like this in the water with that jig hook. Let's get into tying it. For a hook, on this one I'm going to use the Fulling Mills 5125 hook. I like these. I like using our hooks, but I like these ones too. And for a bead, I'm using the 3.0 millimeter metallic light pink. You can use whatever color you like here. If you don't have pink, use a purple one, use a copper one, silver, or whatever you got. For thread, I'm using some 70 Denier purple. Just starting it on there, wrapping it right in behind the bead. And then we're going to put the tail on this thing. For the tail, I'm using some GLo Brite. This is number 15, the purple color. And I'm going to take one piece of it, cut it kind of long, and I'm going to back it 4 pieces wide. So I'm just going to make 4 pieces of this all together. And there you can see them split out to 4 pieces. And just tie that down, and that's going to make the thickness I want for my tail. Tie it in there behind the bead and wrap it back to the bend of the hook. And I don't want to go past the bend of the hook. If you want there, you can throw one wrap underneath just to keep it on top. Now I can cut that a little bit later. I like to hold off on cutting it right away. Next thing I'm going to put on a piece of Flashabou. This is Pearl Flashabou. If you want to, you can use copper wire here or whatever you want. If you don't have Flashabou, this just adds just an extra little touch of flash to the fly. And this is a really simple one, and it's a fish catcher too. I've been fishing a lot of tag nymph style flies this year. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 strands of Peacock Herl, just bust them off at the butt section there, and tie that down again behind the bead, wrap it back to where I stopped the tail. And then I'm just going to take those 2 beads. You can wrap it around your thread if you want, but I'm just going to take and make nice side-by-side wraps the whole way up through here. Make a nice even body. And then that Flashabou will take and lock this in place. So just pop them off and come through here with my Flashabou. And I like to counter wrap the Flashabou. And I'll get about 4 wraps, 3 wraps, whatever. There you can see it kind of tames that bigger peacock body a little bit, makes it nice size, and gives it some flash. Now while I got my scissors in my hand, this is when I cut my tail. And I don't want this to be too long. There you see, that's a nice length there. Next thing I'm going to do is make the collar on this fly. I'm going to use a CDC feather. This is a natural duck CDC feather. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it by the tips and I'm just going to stroke them feathers back, stand them up like this, and then I'm going to clamp them into my clamp here. This is a Swiss CDC clamp. But I'm going to clamp them, cut them off here, and we're going to make a dubbing loop here to put these in. And if you want to see a great fly that I've been catching lots of fish with, the Jack Daniels fly or my Jack Daniels pheasant tail, either one of those, go to it and I show you how to make this collar. And I started off doing it wrong there. So what I'm going to do to make the collar is I'm going to put a little bit of dubbing on first. So for dubbing on this one, I'm using some Ice Dub Purple. And you don't need a lot. You just want to dub one side here. Don't put too much on because I don't want a big overbearing collar on here. So get a nice thin noodle on there. And then we're going to make a dubbing loop. So I'm going to wrap my thread around. Use whatever tool you have to make dubbing loops. I like to use this thing. It works really well. And Make your dubbing loop. And then we're going to stick the CDC fibers. Now you see there, I only went with about 3/4 of an inch worth of CDC fibers. Maybe an inch. And I'm just going to start them up by that bead. Clamp them down in my loop, as you see there, and give it a twist. So I got a little bit of dubbing behind my loop, behind my CDC I should say, so I don't overpower the CDC. And as I wrap it up, I'm just going to stroke those CDC fibers so they go backwards. And then when I get it up there, I want an extra wrap or two of the ice dub. So I dub a little bit extra on the ice dub here, just to finish off with that nice purple collar after the CDC. So it's an easier one step rather than putting CDC on and then dubbing. There you just combo it up there. And then whip finish and you're done. So I just broke my thread here. So I'm going to have to, what I'm going to do here to solve that, broken thread tip here. So I broke my thread. To solve that problem, I'm going to take a little bit of bone dry and I'm just going to put a coat of bone dry all over my thread. And then I'm just going to wrap that on. And that's going to cover the whole way around. And then just hit it with my light to lock that in place. And that's not going anywhere. So that's just a simple trick there. If you ever break your thread off, and you can make a nice small collar that way. Go in there, that's not coming apart because I got it all bone dried in. Last thing I'll do is I'll just pull all these CDC fibers. If there's any long ones, I'll just pluck them with my thumbnail. And there you go, great little fly. Gonna catch you lots of fish. Like I said, I've been fishing tag nymphs a lot this year, and that's a good one. Okay guys, I hope you like this really easy tie. Really simple one, probably materials you already have. Go back and watch my Jack Daniels nymph pattern and also the Jack Daniels pheasant tail. Those were two of my best patterns this year, but they use the collar that I use. If you want a more in detailed look, go back and check them out. You'll see how I tie that a little bit close up on the Jack Daniels nymph. It's a great way to tie collars. I love doing them this way. I do almost all of them now. You'll see me doing it in a lot of videos. So, you know, that's a great tip to pick up from this one. Use that collar, it crushes fish. So have fun tying, guys. You need any of the materials to tie it. Like always, you can find them at our website at holsingersflyshop.com. You want me to tie any of them, reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to tie some of these up for you. But if you're a Euro nympher like I am, I'm telling you, get into the tag nymphs. Change the colors up. Use pinks, orange, yellows, purples. They're all great colors. Those tag nymphs are just a trigger for fish. They really work. I've had a lot of success on them this year. So have fun tying. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Shawn Holsinger.